Rabotai, Parashat Yitro is full of miracles. Now we just talked about 10 huge miracles that Bnei Yisrael had in the Beit HaMikdash. In Parashat Shavua, there's no end. There's no end to the miracles. There's no end. Whether it's the 10 Commandments, or everything that happened in between, or after, and so on. But I want to talk about a miracle that maybe you didn't notice. We talked about it, we touched on it a little bit, but not so much. The Chidush, Rabotai, is worth, I think it's priceless. I think it's priceless. Vayishma Yitro. Vayishma Yitro, Kohen Midian, Choten Moshe, et kol asher asa Elohim leMoshe uleYisrael, Amor ki hotzi Adonai et Yisrael mimitzrayim. Yitro, the minister of Midian, the father-in-law of Moshe, heard everything that God did to Moshe and to Israel, his people, that HaShem had taken Israel out of Egypt. Last night we talked about this and we said that Yitro heard, and that was enough for him to act. But the question is, what did he hear? What did he hear? The Midrash in Me'am Loez says something extraordinary. He says Yitro heard about Milchemet Amalek. He heard about the war that Am Yisrael had with Amalek, which was at the end of last week's Parasha. Amalek decided to go attack him. He heard about the war of Amalek against Israel, and he decided, I'm going to go convert. If anything, you heard somebody's attacking, you run away. He says, no, I'm going to go and convert. How does this make any sense? Why didn't it say he heard about the miracles of Egypt? Or the miracles of Egypt, big miracles in Egypt. He heard about the miracles of Yam Suf, the Sea of Reeds. Hashem split the ocean, 12 different things. Fruits came out, clean water, all the things we talked about. No! He said he heard about Amalek, he wanted to convert. Before that, when he heard about Mitzrayim, and he heard about Yam Suf, and he heard about all those things, he said, I'm going to become a Ger Toshav. I'm going to become a righteous Noahide. That's what the Midrash says. I'm going to become a righteous Noahide. I'm going to go join them, but I'm going to become a righteous Noahide. But after he heard about Amalek attacking, he says, I am going to convert and be a Ger Tzedek. I'm going to become a righteous Jew. What does one thing have to do with the other? Why? It's supposed to be the opposite, if anything. Palestinians are attacking us, you're going to go convert now? For what? The Chidush, Rabotai, is the following. שבע ברכות של בן אחותי הרב ירון ראובן, שליטה, ארגון בעזרת השם, להפצת דרשה לשבע ברכות, מוריי ורבותיי, אנחנו נמצאים בשבע ברכות של שתי נשמות שהיו שבויים בידי הסיטרא אחרא. The following letter is a letter that was the drasha and my seven brachot that Rav Chaim Kachlon, Rabbi Ephraim's father, said in the Sheva Brachot. And he says, this Sheva Brachot, after the conversion of my wife, we did a whole wedding, we went to Israel, they celebrated with us, did Sheva Brachot, one of the greatest experiences of my entire life. And he gave a drasha, he gave a lecture, Rav Chaim. He says, this Sheva Brachot is different. It's different than others. Why? Because these two Neshamot were held hostage by the Sitra Achra himself. It's two Neshamot, they're here celebrating with us. They were held hostage. תורה ויהדות ועוד אחד הייתה שבויה במשך אלפי שנים מאז בריאת העולם. ואחת הייתה שבויה בערך כ-30 שנה. He says, one of them was a hostage for thousands of years, since the creation of the world. while the other one has been a hostage for approximately 30 years. כתוב בספרים הקדושים, כשאשר האדם הראשון חטא, ניתנה רשות לסטרא אחרא, לצד הרע שאנחנו מכירים אותו בתור היצר הרע שמחטיא את בני האדם. לקחת כמה נשמות גדולות לצידו, ואלה אין הנשמות של הגרים. He says, since the sin of Adam HaRishon, the Yetzer Hara was given a right to take big neshamot and hold them hostage. And work for him. And these neshamot are the neshamot of the converts. כל גר אמיתי שמתגייר הוא נשמה גדולה שנבחרה על ידי היצר הרע לקחת אותה לצד שלו. ולכן מגרים יצאו גדולי ישראל. Every real convert that converts is a big neshama that was selected by the Satan himself, by the Yetzer Hara himself, as an employee, meaning a general for him, to work for him. And this is why many of Gdolei Israel, many of the giants throughout all of Am Yisrael's history have been converts. Yitro, Ruth, Onkelos, הגר, רבי עקיבא היה בן גרים, רבי מאיר היה מזרעו של נירון, קיסר שנשלח. Giants, he's mentioning Yitro from our Parasha, Ruth, the Moabite, the Safta of the Mashiach, Onkelos, the convert, Rabbi Akiva, who was son of converts, Rabbi Meir Baal Hanes, who was from the seed of Niron, the Caesar. They were these neshamot were not just regular neshamot. להחריב את ירושלים, the Niron, his job, was he just a regular Caesar? No. He was a Caesar that his job was to destroy Yerushalayim. But in the end, he actually ended up running away and actually converted. And from him came out Rabbi Meir Baal Hanes. Yitro was a Kohen la'avodah zarah. Yitro was the Pope. Wasn't just a regular idol worshiper, he was the Pope, he was the biggest. Onkelos was another example of a convert that converted after he heard about the Yam Suf. And he continues talking about, it's a very, very long letter, but he continues talking about things that these converts have, Baruch HaShem, that if someone truly understands what a convert is, you see why HaShem blessed them 36 different times. In the Torah, gave them special protection. And many of Gdolei Israel, whether it's the ones he's mentioned, or Shamaya and Avtalyon, many before them, many after them, Mashiach comes from a convert. So, the amount of schut that a person has as a Jew is extraordinary. The amount of power that he has is extraordinary. A righteous convert, on the other hand, sometimes could be even more. Simply because, just like he has the ability to do significant things in Kedusha, he could do quite the opposite in Tumah. This is why the Gemara says that the converts are like a skin disease for the nation. And the Mefarshim says, why is it like a skin disease? He says, if they're good, then they remind us how we're not doing enough. You see some of these righteous converts, you're like, Chatanu Avinu Pashan. Why? But you already did Tshuva. He goes, yeah, but like next to him, I'm a Chiloni. Next to him, I'm not doing anything. This guy lives in a Beit Knesset. Reads, studies, unbelievable. On the other hand, when they go off the derech, when they decide they want to become their own rabbis, when they decide they want to make videos against rabbis, when they decide that they're going to just decide to do different things, or they non-stop complain, then the Gemara says they're a skin disease. Why? They're mamash a nuisance. They're a nuisance, they bother the people, and they're a walking chilul Hashem. It's better off for them to stay not Jewish. Let me know what you think, and make sure to share it, because other people need to learn too.